is we have a plethora of so many guests at the moment. We could book up the radio show easily till January, February at the moment with the amount of guests that we can have on the show, which is fantastic. So that's good news. So we're going to have a massive selection because we'll be covering all areas. And tonight is one area that we want to cover with Master Choy. We're going to bring Master Choy in now. And I was kind of corrected. We had a quick chat with Master Choy before we went live on air, and we have a kind of a Western understanding. A lot of people have a Western understanding of Tai Chi, and it's all about manipulating energy and doing slow movements and all that. And that's kind of the Western side. But apparently there's a hell of a lot more to Tai Chi, which we're going to find out about. But also, Master Choy knows about December 2012. He knows about the energy changes taking place on the planet and what's going on as well. And so we really want to talk to him about that and find out about these energy changes and how it's affecting us as individuals on the planet. So before we do that, we'll bring him in and we'll get a little bio all about Master Choy. Good evening, Master Choy. How are you?
Yeah. Hi. I'm fine. I'm already here.
Brilliant, excellent. Well, before we get in and start talking about Tai Chi and the energies on the planet, just give us a quick bio of your background and yourself and what you do.
Well, the thing is that I really didn't have a choice about being a Tai Chi teacher, in the sense that when I was young, I was very, very connected to this thing called Chi. At a very young age, I don't know, maybe it's connected to the fact that my father was a martial arts master, and so all children are supposed to train in martial arts because your father said so. And then my father sent me to one of the greatest Tai Chi masters, Grandmaster Huang, who actually happened to be only about 15 minutes from where my father lived. And then from there, I was introduced to other grandmasters in China and traveled to India, to America. And I discovered there were 7 different energies which are connected to these 7 grandmasters, connecting to the colors of the rainbow. Violet is healing. Indigo is the Tao leadership, and blue connects to the peaceful, what we call the Trilog Taoist process, and then green connects to nature, that we do organic gardening, we have lots of projects happening, very down to earth, and even involving Prince Charles, who was excited about one of the projects we are doing here. And then in yellow energy, we connect to the actual physical practice of the Tai Chi-Chi-Kung, the Taoist sciences, and we also have Tao of comedy. Yeah.
Okay.
In orange.
Okay.
And red connects to the Tao of love and sex. So we can spend the next 7 hours covering all this.
Right. Well, I'd love to have 7 hours, but we don't have that. So tell us.
No, we don't.
so tell us about. We talked before the show, and you said that obviously, there is a Western view of Tai Chi because we see what we see on TV. But you said it's a lot deeper than that, and there's a lot more to it. Tell us a bit more about what we're missing.
Yeah. For example, the roots of Tai Chi actually came from Chen village in China. It didn't come from Europe. It didn't come from America. I know there's a lot of wonderful Tai Chi schools, etc., doing a lot of great work, but I was interested to find the source. So I went to Chen village, and I found Grandmaster Chen there, and he showed me the origins of Tai Chi connect to the Tai Chi of the iron ball. Okay? Nothing to do with animal movements, which is what a lot of people are practicing and seeing. The origins of Tai Chi came from the ball. And guess what? That connects to the November 2012, December 2012. See, because everything has a circular motion. Even now, as we are speaking, if you want to, we can even practice Tai Chi on the telephone. I'm so excited to go into any area with anyone, and you will see the ball-like energy is able to connect us all. But we need a center of reference. That's where the Tai Chi of the ball differs from other practice of Tai Chi, because we are interested in circulating that ball of energy throughout the whole body, and you can heal with it, you can connect to leadership, you can connect to peace and healing, and you can connect to nature, you can connect to the yellow of energy of wisdom, and orange to comedy, and red to having a much healthier, loving, and sexual life.
Okay, so this ball of energy, for somebody, obviously we're on the radio tonight, and you know we won't be able to do a Tai Chi session, but can you tell us, is this something that we visualize in our own mind, and we manipulate it through our visualization to do what we want it to do? Is this what you're talking about, this ball of energy?
Yeah. Well, first of all, if you see how a baby is born and how a baby sleeps, okay, the baby naturally curls itself into a lovely ball-like position.
Yeah.
You see? And inside the womb of a mother, that's what's happening. So, all the great Tai Chi grandmasters have said, look at the way a baby grows to be a child. Watch the baby when he first learned the first step. And once we had a mother brought her baby, who was no longer a baby, nearly a year old, and the child actually started to take her first steps in the class. And we were just amazed. We stopped the class and we watched this child, just making that first step, about to fall over, and yet it didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just taking that first step, and we were just in a state of amazement that nature has a way to teach us that whatever happens, we are going to find back our center of balance.
Well, I've come across meditation where it says if you want to heal yourself, what you do is you have a ball of energy in front of you. You visualize a ball of energy in front of you, and you focus on any negative energy that's inside you. You release that. So as you breathe out, you breathe out that negative energy, and that goes into the ball to be turned into positive energy. And when you breathe in, you breathe in the positive energy, and you breathe out the negative energy. Is that something similar?
Okay, we work with 7 colored balls of energy, okay? Like, for example, blue ball energy is used for healing.
Would this be like chakras? Would it be
No, not chakras. Tai Chi people do not work with chakras. It's the yoga people.
Okay.
So we work with acupuncture, meridian flow of energy. Now, if you come back to this question about the ball of energy, if you realize that the ball of energy is not something that you need to imagine, although initially you may feel that that's helpful for you, but I give you an extreme example. There's so many ghost documentaries who have filmed ghosts in haunted houses.
Yeah.
And people ask, why do they keep on filming little balls of energy flying around? Yeah. Okay? Because when you and I die physically, we are going to be just a tiny little ball of energy.
Which we call that an orb, and
whatever you use, okay? But the Tai Chi people have been investigating this for 8,000 years.
Yeah.
Alan.
Okay.
8,000 years. What did they find out? Do you see it? So this is what I was very interested in, and when I found all this, I created the first Rainbow Tai-Chi-Chi-Kung school here in Devon, Ashburton. Okay, and some people, when they hear the word rainbow, they think, is it only for gay people?
Okay.
So they don't understand that it connects to the 7 different energies that the Tai Chi is expressing through, having one central focus. If you want to, we can go into this November 2012 alignment.
Yeah,
that connects to it.
Yeah, we need to. I'd like to talk about that because everybody's feeling December 2012 was a big energy shift. What we've been told, and people have experienced certain things, and I know you are aware of this. So tell us what you know about that energy shift. Yeah.
Well, first of all, let me just point out something that you wrote in your website, which is quite inspiring to me, and then I can connect that. Okay.
Okay.
In your website, it says you can look at an area in decline like a body with a weakened immune system. You know that bit? The protection holding that body together, family, friends, neighbors, community are falling apart. It's losing its connections. The body needs to be fit and healthy to function and grow. And what we need to do is to strengthen the area's immune system by drawing people together, developing mutual friendships and support, a time bank.
Yes, time bank, yes.
Yes. Now we are communicating,
yes,
okay?
Yes, time banking,
so,
yeah.
Okay, so there's a link here, all right?
Okay.
We call the Tantian as a Qi Building Society bank.
Okay.
Okay? Without Qi energy, you cannot have a healthy body.
Okay.
That's the bottom line of it, all right?
Yeah.
Whether you call it prana or Qi or whatever you want to call it.
Okay. We've heard about Qi energy because orgonite, which is a stone, and a way of helping your health by Willem Reich years ago, the scientist. He talked about this Qi energy. Yes.
Okay. So we connect back to this December 2012. The alignment of the Tantian center, the center of humanity, the center of the earth, the center of the sun, and the equator, the center of the Milky Galaxy. Okay? What is it like to practice Tai Chi with that alignment taking place? And I can tell you because we have had thousands of people practicing. I don't know whether you heard of the World Tai-Chi-Chi-Kung.
No, I haven't heard that.
Well, there are more than 65 nations, hundreds of thousands of people have been practicing every single day, especially on a specific day, and that connects to the alignment of the Tantian of the earth, sun, and human Qi. Now, why is that so important? It's because you and I were born from the umbilical cord, from the Tantian center.
Okay.
Yeah? We didn't get born with the umbilical cord center stuck on our head, did we?
Yeah. Okay.
So, if we perceive what has happened from our mind, we will have a totally different perception than if we perceive it from the Tantian center.
So this Qi energy, we've heard a lot about certain masters who can use this Qi energy to do all different types of things.
Excellent. Yeah.
And I've seen samples like you get the there's this chap over there that can actually start fire with the Qi energy. He heals people, and you got the who are the not the samurai chaps. Who's the chaps that can stand on the swords and use the Qi energy?
The Shaolin monks.
Shaolin monks, yeah. They use. So this energy is like very strong.
Sure. You can apply it in so many supernatural ways. But the more exciting thing for me, ever since I was young, was to connect to what is my purpose, what is my mission in this life.
Okay.
And I discovered that my purpose is to start the Rainbow Tai-Chi-Chi-Kung school and to prepare humanity for this connection to what we call the galactic Tai Chi.
Right, okay. And what are you seeing with people regarding their, developments with the energy? Well, what are the symptoms that you're seeing, or what's happening from your point of view?
Okay, I'll go into that. Number one is, when you perceive the energy from your mind and try to manipulate the energy, you are creating a relationship with that energy by your actions, by your behavior. All right?
Okay.
Now, my grandmasters have taught me how to respect the Qi. Do not manipulate the Qi. Right?
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Why? Because you create a whole different kind of energy, which is going to help you to find that blissful center, which is what the word Tantian means in Chinese. It means the sea of blissful energy in your Tantian, in your Hara center, in your belly center. Now, for 40 years, I have been sharing this in my books, the first book is 15 Ways to Happier You. 37 Steps to Happiness is the second book on the Tai Chi form. First book is on the 15 Fundamental Tai-Chi-Chi-Kung. And I have had 200,000 people who have trained with me over these 40 years. I've been in workshops, I've been giving demonstrations, and I train teachers, and I see people effortlessly connect to this energy for health, for happiness.
Okay.
That is what I believe that this change is happening. I call it the Happilazation of humanity taking place.
Okay.
If you see from the Tantian. But if you perceive the changes from the mind, then you see duality.
Okay, so, everything that we do has to be perceived in the mind first anyway.
No, I don't believe that.
You don't believe that?
That's why I say that when you see a baby standing, walking, the baby is connected to the center. That's what helping the baby to walk. This is the contribution that Tai Chi has for the world, to teach and help the immune system of the world to find back that timeless Chi-building society inside the center. We used to joke about how you should advertise full page in the newspapers that says, invest in Chi-building society account. At the bottom, ring your Tantian center.
Okay, well that makes sense.
That's where you're going to get that's where you're going to get. You're not going to get it in your mind.
Yeah. So I mean, obviously people have to go off and learn about this and develop it like anything. You know, go to someone like yourself or the people that you train to learn how to focus this energy, because I do believe that we are beginning to wake up and understand this a lot more and understand how important energy is. Yeah.
Let me give you an example. I had a recent student who went back to his father who had cancer, and terminal cancer. And he taught his father the exercises. His father came and studied with me too. I went to give workshop in his place in Holland, and he has healed his cancer. You know, to the astonishment of the doctors, okay? But we did not do it mind over matter. It was from we'll call it the heartbeat listening to connect to the heart, which is the governor of all the meridian lines on the inside the body.
Okay.
Okay? And then you connect the heart, the governor, just like in UK here, the government, the Prime Minister has to go and bow before the Queen, right?
Okay.
Corbyn has a problem. He doesn't want to. So he's got a problem. But anyway, every Prime Minister has to go and bow humbly to the royal family. Now, the heart of the body has to bow humbly to the Tantian center where the royal family is. If you look at Chinese medicine, they always talk about this royal palace. Okay? It's in the Tantian. It's in your belly. It's not in your head.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is the system. We call it the heart, body, and then mind, spirit, education system.
Okay.
So this is what I taught. Of course, we teach them exercises. Of course, we share with them the urgency of heartbeat listening.
Okay.
Yeah, that's important.
So
you cannot connect to the chi energy if you don't know how to listen to your heartbeat.
I think, definitely. I think that's important. Now, before we go over to the questions, tell us about the energy and how it's affecting people, this change of energy. What's happening? What do you see happening?
Okay. Well, the acceleration of the energy is breaking down barriers in all levels, all right, throughout the whole planet. You can see the swamping of refugees and the wars and everything is breaking down.
Okay.
Now, the acceleration of that breaking through is coming from breakdown first. We say that there's 3 stages. 1, breakdown, 2nd, breakthrough, and 3rd, breakdance.
Okay, very good. I like that.
So, which of this part of the process, right, is the people going through, because it is quite horrific what is happening in the wars that everybody is aware of, but the question is more, what is the perception of the solution? What is the perception, like Putin has a big, giant inner child who's got very big ego problems, right?
Yeah.
And one of my students was just saying that he should wear Pampers.
Right. I did. Well, I remember.
You see, what I'm trying to say is that you don't see that there are so many other viewpoints. Sometimes it escapes us.
Yeah.
And politically, we are so serious. We are so serious, and that is why comedians are so important. The coming of comedians has brought the breakthrough, and this humor that's sweeping across. Did you know 10 years ago, compared to today, there's like 300% increase of comedians?
Not aware of that, no.
Yeah, that's so serious, Alan. You don't realize that. I believe that the acceleration of energy in the planet is getting us to try to transform and transmute this negative energy, right?
Yeah.
I call it the quantum leap.
Okay.
People call it the quantum leap.
Okay, well, definitely the energy has to be raised. We are aware of that from various guests, and this is the whole idea of the energy hitting the planet at the moment. Well, I'll tell you, we have Master Choy. We have a few questions, so I'm going to I'm going to pass you over to Steve, and Steve's going to go through the questions with you.
Yeah. Okay, with the first question up we have is from John. John is wondering, Master Choy, do you know the exact frequency of Chi? He said, as in like a megahertz, as in related to a musical note, for example.
Yeah, but there are different kinds of Chi.
Right.
When people say, do you know the exact frequency of Chi? They are trying to say that there's only one kind of Chi.
Yeah.
But here's the problem, because in the West you look at things in black and white, but in where I was being trained, we look at Chi not with the scientific aspect, which is measuring. I know there's even Chi machines now that are being created, and I'm sorry, that's not where I'm coming from.
Yeah, I know. I think you are correct.
I'm saying that when you see, have you seen 5,000 people, right, in wheelchairs, in stretchers, in all kinds of contraptions, descending on one single place? This is where I was trained, all right? And do you think about what is the hertz of Chi? No, you think about this person who is on a wheelchair. This person is going to die of cancer, and you are tuning in to how this person can get to the Chi energy for healing himself. Okay?
Yeah.
That's where we are coming from. We are not coming from the Western way of looking at Chi.
Yeah, well, I think that question may have been kind of inspired because we did talk a couple of weeks ago about the Raymond Rife, and Raymond Rife, he was able to identify different diseases, and he found that different diseases had different frequencies, and you know, if you could resonate a frequency on the same frequency of a disease, then the disease would just break up. But I think, I mean, I don't know.
Wait, can I just share with you one example that I saw personally in my training center there, okay? Because somebody had a lump of cancer there, all right? And within a few minutes, just putting the hand on top, because there were TV scanners that was actually seeing the physical tumor, okay?
Yeah.
Now, we don't need to think about what is the frequency, because the body already has that intelligence, I'm saying. So the Chi healer hand is about 2 feet away from the person's body. Within less than 1 minute, you can actually physically see on the TV screen the tumor that was about 1 inch shrinking down to nothing.
I saw that video. I did see that, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But what you saw was actually from Zining Qigong Center, where I was trained at. Now, there's a lot of people going around on the YouTube saying that they are healers because they have seen this film. But they are not trained by Zining Qigong Center.
Okay.
I wish to clarify that because that is very important where you got the video from.
Yeah.
In Zining Qigong Center in Hebei province, I was physically there when that happened.
Yeah. That was amazing to see that.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is that rather than trust machines, we need to trust your gut center.
Yeah.
First.
No,
that is the difference between. We're talking about different tools of perception.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we have more questions to get through there. So, Steve, over to you, Steve.
Yeah, you mentioned the word galactic earlier.
Yeah.
What exactly does galactic mean?
Well, first of all, have you heard of the Antakarana bridge that is prophesied by the Tibetans?
No.
Well, in the ancient Tibetan texts, as well as the Aborigines in Australia, they have predicted the coming of the rainbow serpent. Never heard of it?
I've never heard the rainbow serpent, no.
Okay, yeah, it's on the walls of the cave, okay? And the Antakarana bridge that is also prophesied by the Tibetans is called the Rainbow Bridge. And this has significance because if we try to understand what is this change that's taking place, I'm saying that we have to expand our consciousness to consider that there's more than black and white way of understanding the world. There's a violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red way of perceiving and understanding what is it that we need to create for the future, for the well-being, for the education of future generations. For example, let me give a concrete example, all right? Children are taught so many wonderful, important topics, except healing in school. Why?
That's right, yeah.
Why? Why are they not taught about healing? Do you think that children don't know about healing?
Well, I can add to that. Why aren't the doctors taught about healing?
Why? Even doctors, right? But I'm interested in the education aspect, okay? I see that there's so much fragmentation happening in school, including my own school background. That's why I left school at 17 years old, and I went out to find the teachers who would teach me the topics that are relevant to my daily life. For example, how do we deal with money? We were not taught that in school. Yeah?
Yeah.
How do we deal with sex? We were suppressed.
True, yeah.
Yeah. How do we deal with gardening, for example? It's only now, recently, that more schools are interested to help children to do some gardening, but it is fragmented. It's not coming from the one single pointed focus, which is I see yin, yang, and Tao principles, whether you talk about healing, gardening, leadership training, whether you talk about politics, whether you talk about love and sex, whether you talk about humor or diet, food, it comes from the same one single point, which is we want to find the energy, we want to find the balance, we want to find a creative solution. Every one of us is looking for the same thing.
Yeah.
So the Rainbow Bridge, the consciousness is coming into the world. And that is where we are working towards. We are training healers, we are training teachers to connect to that. And in our classes, I wish you can attend one of our class, then you can find out for yourself what is galactricity.
Do you have classes over here in Ireland?
Yeah. No, I have a workshop happening, and I have a teacher who is trained there, Monica, who is in Dundalk, County Low?
Dundalk, County Louth, yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's not too far from us, yeah.
Yeah. You should go to one of the class, you know.
Okay.
And in the class, you will feel a different kind of chi.
Okay, that'll be interesting. That might be to pop along as a guest reviewer.
She'll be happy. I can give you the details later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm giving a Ireland workshop, healing the wounded heart of the inner human family, and this is being held also at County Law at Boyne Valley Hotel.
Okay.
At the Dublin Road. Pronounce it. What the Drogheda?
Drogheda. Yeah.
Drogheda. Sorry, my Irish.
Well, your Irish is better than our Chinese, anyway. That's for sure.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, we have more questions for you that we're going to try and fit in before we let you go. So, Steve.
Yeah, just wondering if somebody were to decide after listening to what you're telling us this evening and checking out your website, if they decide that they want to learn Tai Chi.
Mm-hmm.
Is Tai Chi 7 days a week, or is it something where you can do it a couple of times a week and still have a couple of drinks on the weekend, or does alcohol and Tai Chi, or do the two mix?
Mm-hmm. Good question. I can share with you. First of all, let me be honest with you. All right, I'm 62 years old. Now, some people may not believe it, but I've never been to the hospital for any operations, for anything wrong with my body, okay? Secondly, I have so many of my students who still visit the pub, and they have such a great time. They're laughing and joking, and they're, a whole group of them, like 7 or 8 of them. And the next table, usually there's always one person who look over and see, what is it that they're drinking? Okay?
Yeah.
And they see they're drinking water, juice. Why are they having such a great time even though they're not drinking alcohol? I'm not against alcohol. I see so many of my other students also drinking a bit of alcohol. I'm not against it. But the question is, what is it that you want to get out of alcohol? Is it to learn to let go and so that you can be more yourself? Is it for sociable reason? Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And from my point of view, learning Rainbow Tai-Chi is different from learning Tai Chi.
Right.
Here's the reason why. Because Rainbow Tai-Chi includes in self-humor. Learning Tai Chi, from more than 40 years, I have seen so many different schools of Tai Chi. It's too serious for me. Right. I don't know. They look very, very serious.
Okay.
Seriously peaceful. But from my perception, peacefulness is only blue energy. I want to include in orange energy, where if you come to my class, you see that so many people. I just finished a weekend, today and yesterday, and on Friday also, Friday evening, Saturday night, last night, I celebrated my 62nd birthday. We had about 30 people there. We were laughing and having such a great time connecting to the energy. Now, I can do that, and I can say to you honestly that the orange energy of joy is always present in our classes. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, I can't guarantee any other Tai Chi classes that you attend will have that.
Right, so we'll have to go to yours, so.
Because the teachers, they're all very serious.
Yeah.
See, if you have a belly full of laugh, you know that this works, whatever you're doing.
Well, they do say laughter is the best medicine, and you did say there is an increase in comedians.
Excellent. Yeah, that's absolutely true. And I believe that we are at the point of discovering what I call happilazation. Just now I mentioned the word quantum leap. Now I challenge the scientists to go and look any books up on this topic, quantum leap, all right? And I guarantee you, in the whole internet, nobody talks about quantum leap. They talk about quantum physics, quantum leap. Why? Why don't they talk about quantum leap? What is quantum leap?
I don't know.
We don't know. Well, listen, I'll tell you, I'm sure we go in depth into it, but we have 4 questions, and then we have to finish up after that. So we're going to quick fire the 4 questions over to you. If you could kind of give us a quick answer, that would be great.
Okay,
Steve.
quick answer. Yeah.
Okay, well, the first one here is, would couples, i.e. man and wife, husband and wife, would they benefit by taking Tai Chi classes together, i.e. in their personal and sex lives?
Well, for example, the 4th exercise that we teach connects to balancing the yin and yang between the 2 persons and how they can circulate the energy. You know, you can talk about microcosmic orbiting and sexual posture and all that, but the principles of harmonizing the yin, yang, and Tao in the Tai Chi movement is what we focus on.
Okay, next one.
Okay, so, yeah, because I was just wondering, like, I mean, would it be beneficial if one...
I really described how it will benefit.
Yeah, but I was wondering, like, I mean, would it be better for a couple to go together rather than just say...
Oh, I see. Well, first of all, you can do it for yourself to learn the 4th fundamental exercise.
Yeah.
And then you can go back and practice with your partner if your partner didn't come. Or, if both of you can come, it's even better.
Yeah, I don't think Steve has that problem. Okay, let's...
Right, okay. John is wondering, Master Choy, do you know anything about the 8 immortals of the Orient?
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Oh, have you got the time?
Not really. Okay, so...
Right, okay, well, you know about it.
You know about them anyway,
that's good.
Well, this, I'll say in 1 or 2 sentences, right?
Yeah.
Throughout my life, my father connected to these 8 immortals, and I didn't know anything about it, because I was into more gut-centered action. And this year, we found in our school the presence of the 8 Taoist immortals. Now, it's one thing to say it, but it's another thing to experience it. Many of the students coming to our school here in Ashburton, Devon, have experienced it. And the hair standing, we call it the hair standing ceremony. You feel this electricity in the whole room, okay? And the presences of the energy beings are there to help you to heal.
Okay.
And it works. That's why it's so exciting. And I have shared something controversial with everybody, which is, ever since I was a child, I saw this old Chinese man with long beard, long hair, and each strand of his hair connected to constellations and stars. 60 years on later, I can say to you who this being is. His name is Lao Tzu, the founder of Taoist practices. He is my soul.
Okay, excellent. Okay, so we've 2 more. We have to wrap things up shortly, Steve.
Sure.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to get you on again and do a part 2 because there's so many questions and so little time. But another quick...
I would love to practice some Tai Chi on the telephone with people next time.
We'd love it too. A serious question from John. John is wondering, is energy lost with the loss of...
Wait, slow down. Is that the same John as the 2 other questions?
It is, yeah. John he's a great man for questions. He's wondering, is energy lost with the loss of semen?
Ah, that's a very sexy question, John.
Yes, it is.
You see, the question is also about which woman is he with.
I think he's on his own.
I think that... Okay.
No, I'll tell you honestly, this weekend we spent so much time on talking about pornographic, how teenagers love pornographic films and talking about semen retention or ejaculating or... You see, the funny side of it is that there's no proper education about how do you channel this energy in your body, okay? For internalizing what we call in Chinese the Qing Qi. All right? That's why I said earlier to you that different kinds of Qi.
Yeah.
All right? So if you look up Qing Qi, there's like 1 million hits in the internet, okay? So I'm not talking about something strange. That sexual energy can be channeled for the health of your internal organs, and they specifically talk about 5 of those organs. We don't have time to go into it.
No, exactly. We're going to have to leave it there, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But that's definitely there's definitely part 2.